gonna mess up. You're gonna jinx me.
My name is Les Wheeler.
So I'm Mrs. Flores.
My name's Juan Gutierrez.
Matthew Anderson.
Greg Wilson.
AP Gov and AP Psychology, and then I teach the Psych elective as well as some Gov Econ, US History, whatever they ask me, basically.
I teach life management, interior design, and culinary arts.
I teach photo, black and white film.
Mathematics, geometry, algebra 2, algebra, statistics, calculus.
Mathematics.
I've been teaching for about 16 years now.
I've been teaching for 14 years, all here at Sierra.
This is my 20th year here.
This is my 19th year.
20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 20. I think this is year 25. No. 26? I don't know. A whole bunch of years. Does that matter?
A whole
Can
bunch.
you tell us a little?
I came into the profession a little later. I worked in retail, managing clothing stores, worked for J. Crew, BB, Esprit back in the old days in San Francisco. So I worked for about a decade in retail management and then decided I wanted to do what I initially had set out to do to begin with. And so then I went back and did what I needed to do to make that happen.
I grew up locally, was born in Stockton, and my parents moved to Ripon when I was young, and so I've lived most of my life in Ripon. I've lived in Sacramento for a year when I transferred there for college, or more like 2 years, and then wound up coming back to the area and raising a family.
I'm originally from the Bay Area. I grew up there and left there till I was lived there till I was 19, and moved away out of the house to the Valley, and then ended up moving to Stan State quite a few years later. Finally figuring out that I wanted to do art as a career, and ended up deciding to become a teacher towards the end of my my schooling there, and got my teaching credential, and I've been here since '99. So I've got a family, married, and 3 kids, and a dog.
I know that I enjoy this job. I like to learn new stuff all the time, and I keep connected with sports. Just, I coached baseball for years, so this gave me an opportunity to do both.
I'm a family man. I enjoy sports. I coach baseball. I like to golf. I like hanging out with my math bros. I don't know.
I had an idea I wanted to in junior college. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to teach. I took a lot of interior design classes and I was interested in interior design, but I felt like at that time that's not what what I wanted to do. It wasn't until I came actually back here to visit an old teacher that I had from Ripon High that I knew that I wanted to teach what I do now.
As soon as I got a C+ in organic chemistry, I originally wanted to be a veterinarian, but with a C+ in organic chemistry, I wasn't going to get into vet school in California, so I decided to change it up.
I didn't want to become a teacher. Fell into it, but I'm glad I did.
Just getting back into school. I mean, I had left, I had gone to Delta for a while, and then a school down in Orange County, and then I just decided, okay, I've got to get a plan. I got to take care of my general ed. So I just that first day of saying I'm going to do it was kind of a departure from where I had been at that point. So, but then everything started falling into place. Once you make that first step in the right direction, then that pays off, and then it kind of self-perpetuates basically. So one step after another, it started going in the positive direction, and then a lot of work. It was a lot of work, but it all paid off. So
when I transferred to Sac State, picking Sac State because they had a program there specifically for teaching family career.
The first step I took was realizing that I wouldn't get into vet school. I didn't want to move out of state, and So I reviewed my options of what else that I like to do. And again, I love sports, and my dad was a teacher, principal. My mom was a school nurse, and I thought it would be a good avenue to pursue.
The first step, I started subbing because I needed a job.
So when you do start teaching, be open to changing how you do things, because sometimes they might, or trying them again and again, because sometimes they might not work the first time, sometimes they might work again after that. So just being open and always keeping in mind that you might need to change how you do things.
You have to be at a place in your life where you're not going to require a ton of feedback, because a lot of what you're doing, you're kind of, unless you have a good relationship with the teachers around, and I do in the social science department, but you may kind of be on your own little island sometimes. And so you got to have that confidence in yourself that, hey, my intentions are good, I put the work in, this is going to come together. And some of those days, it doesn't look like it, but if you keep pushing forward and you finish the way you started and with the right intentions, then things are going to come out the way you want them to come out, many times better than you thought they could. So I would just say committing to the process, having confidence in yourself, and then making sure you're in it for the right reasons. This isn't really just a paycheck job. I mean, there's a lot of jobs that I've had in my past that were, I do that to get a paycheck, and this isn't one of those jobs. I mean, there's a lot more involved, and the payoffs are much bigger than just, monetary. So stick with it, commit, be confident, and then make sure it's what you want to do, because you're affecting people's lives every day. So
First off, choose a subject that you really like. There's no point in getting a degree in something that you're going to be miserable doing. I knew art from the get-go from high school was something that I really enjoyed. And so that just stuck with me forever, and I'm glad I didn't let it go. So as far as teaching photo, that wasn't necessarily a goal, but I wanted to eventually become an art teacher. And this position just happened to open up when I first got here, or when I first started applying for jobs. But if you're going to be a teacher, pick a subject you like, because I think then you'll enjoy it for a lot of years.
When you become a teacher, work on your classroom management skills. Having control of the classroom makes a huge difference on having a good day versus a bad day every day. Having the students' attention and respect would be the most important thing I would tell a young teacher, because if you can command their respect and their attention, the days go a lot better.
You're not going to change the world. You need to take your job serious, but you need to be lighthearted at the same time.
Word.
my push is everybody just go to college, and that's, I'm a little biased because I want my own kids to go to college for sure. So that's what I'm telling the kids I have in class. It's not going to be a perfect fit for everybody, but I think you find something, no matter if it's teaching or college or whatever, find something that you kind of have a passion about, and that's what's going to get you up in the morning, or it's going to keep you up till 11:30 cramming for a final. Kind of like aspiring teachers, the same thing. As a student, you just got to be confident and kind of know that you're going to make it happen, and then everything else kind of fits into place.
If you're undecided about what you want to do, don't force it. Don't commit to something just because people are telling you to do so. I'm a product of quite a few years of community college, just because even though I knew I wanted to do art, I didn't want to commit myself to any particular school because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with that art idea. So, think about things and take your time, and don't let it go too long. But make decisions that fit your financial needs, but don't force yourself going someplace just because people are telling you to do so.
I would say take advantage of as many opportunities as possible. I feel like students in our district are very lucky because we have a really large majority of courses that students can take that are in different career fields. So trying out as many different things as possible to see what you love and enjoy doing.
To make sure that they know that they are in charge of their education. it's their job. Once they leave this place, the sole responsibility of their education is on them, and then I hope that they're prepared to accept that, to study when they know they need to study, to ask for help when they know they need help, right? Just so that they take full responsibility.
Go to college and show up. Don't stop showing up. Don't get a job, because once you get a job and a taste of money, you'll think you've made it, and you haven't. Keep showing up. Keep going to school. No matter how hard it gets, even if it takes 8 years, keep showing up. Be poor for 8 years if you have to. Be on some
Okay,
presentation.
these are the questions. I'll read them all to you first. It's just your.
You can just read one at a time so we can get this over.
Oh.
I
Okay, are
mean,
you recording?
mathematics.
Stop looking at me. Look at the
Who?
camera.
Oh, okay. Math.
What advice would you give to an aspiring teacher?
An expiring?
Aspiring.
Go. I say go.
You did good.
You did well. Thank you.
What about me?
You did great.
Thank you. All right.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was easy.
All right.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go